Greetings. My name is Sakari Brown, founder of Courageous Space Yoga. I will be leading you today through a gentle flow and meditation yoga practice for courage. And so before we get started, I just invite you to maybe gather a few things that you may need to support yourself during our time together. And so I've got here a block, a yoga strap. You may want to gather a bolster or a couple of pillows and maybe even a blanket to support your practice. Okay? So just important to have these things nearby so that if the need arises, you have what you need to support yourself as we move and flow and breathe together. And so we know that trauma and stress and exposure to the suffering of others can really make it difficult for us to feel grounded and present in our bodies, and make it difficult for us to feel connected to our breath. And so for the next 30 minutes or so together, we will be intentional about tapping into the mind and body connection, seeking and exploring ways to be grounded so that we can stay present and connected to the moment. So as you're ready, if you are taking a couple moments to gather up a few less things, just gather up what you need and then allow yourself to come to a comfortable seat. So you can sit with your legs crossed. You can sit with your legs extended long in front of you. Just find a posture that allows you to remain alert and relaxed as we begin to flow into our practice. So letting your hands rest on your knees or in your lap. Grow tall, sit up straight, lengthen the spine. Taking a deep inhale through the nose. Exhale the breath with a sigh. Inhale the breath deeply through the nose. Exhale it out with an ah. And one more deep inhale here, and this time keep inhaling, keep inhaling, keep inhaling, and pause. We take a moment here to acknowledge the stillness between the breaths. Exhale the breath, let something go. So let your breath take its own natural pace. And I invite you here to either let your eyes close or let your gaze be soft. You can also keep your eyes open. So always doing what best serves you and supports you in this moment, whatever it is that invites in a sense of safety for you. So begin to scan your body, starting with the crown of the head, moving all the way to the soles of the feet. Just noticing any sensation that you may be feeling in your body. Noticing the temperature in the room or the space that you're set up in. Noticing any areas that may feel tight or resistant or free or open. Not looking for anything to judge or shift or change in this moment. Just meeting yourself where you are, noticing and feeling. So feel the earth beneath you, where your bottom connects with your yoga mat, the floor, or your cushion, where your hands rest on your knees or in your lap. Notice your head, neck, and shoulders and where they are in space. Next, bring your awareness to your mind's activity. So notice your thoughts, your emotions. Notice what you're feeling in this moment. If perhaps you're thinking about what happened yesterday or what you'll do after this practice. Whatever it is, just begin to settle in and notice what's on your heart, what's on your mind in this moment. And next, bring your awareness to your breath. So notice in this moment if your breath is rapid or slow, shallow or deep. Not looking for anything to change, just noticing this morning. And as you're ready, taking a deep inhale, shrug your shoulders up to your ears. Exhale, bring them back, around and down. Once more, inhale, shrug the shoulders up to the ears. On your exhale, bring them back, around and down. Do this 5 more times at your own pace, moving with the breath, shrugging the shoulders up to the ears and then bringing them back, around and down as you squeeze your shoulder blades together. Working through any tension in the shoulders, the upper back. Once you feel complete with those 5 rotations, just pause. And then on your next inhale, shrug the shoulders up to the ears once more. And then on your exhale, bring them forward, around and down. And then continue that motion for 5 cycles of breath. So warming up the back body, warming up the shoulders, the neck. Once you feel complete with that, I invite you to still that motion. If you're sitting with your legs crossed, I invite you to put the opposite leg to the front. Okay. Maybe moving out any props that may be your way as we begin to shift into more gentle movement. Settling in, bringing your hands to the earth or the mat beneath you. On your inhale, sweep the arms up and overhead. Exhale, float them down. Inhale, sweeping the arms up and overhead. This time, interlace the fingers and push the palms toward the ceiling, pushing into your palms. And then here you can shift your gaze up towards the ceiling, up towards the back of your hands. On your exhale, float the hands back down. Inhale, sweeping the arms up and overhead. We're going to twist to the left. So bring the right fingertips to the left knee, the left fingertips back behind you. On your inhale, lengthen the spine, grow tall. On your exhale, gently twist, looking over that left shoulder. So just noticing where you are this morning, not forcing, not pushing, being really gentle with yourself as we ease into our day. One more inhale here, lengthen the spine, grow tall, deepen the twist if you have space, looking over that left shoulder. And then on your exhale, come back to center. Inhale, sweeping the arms up and overhead, twisting to the right, bring the left fingertips to the right knee, the right fingertips to the earth behind you. Inhale here, lengthen, let the spine grow tall. On your exhale, twist and look over the right shoulder. So making sure you're not holding your breath here. One more time, inhale, lengthen the spine. On your exhale, see if you have room to deepen that twist by looking over the right shoulder. On your exhale, return to center. Inhale, sweep the arms up and overhead. The left hand comes to the mat, stretching into the right fingertips. On your exhale, we're going to lean to the left. So bringing the right shoulder back, looking up, shifting your gaze to your right fingertips. So moving with the breath, stretching that right side body. Inhale here, grow long through the fingertips. On your exhale, float the right hand back down to the earth, returning to center. On your inhale, planting the right hand into the mat and sweeping the left arm up towards the ceiling, stretching into the fingertips. On your exhale, leaning to the right. So bending that right elbow, bringing the left shoulder back and shifting your gaze up to the left fingertips. Grow long. Inhale the breath here. On your exhale, gently release and come back to center. So taking whatever path is best for you, we're going to gently make our way to hands and knees. This might be an opportunity here, if you had a blanket, to place it in the middle of your mat here, just to support your knees, support your joints. You can also fold your mat up if you don't have a blanket. So again, just looking to support yourself however you need during the practice. So coming into hands and knees, you want to make sure that your wrists are shoulder distance apart and your knees are hip distance apart, coming into a neutral spine and a flat back. Find yourself secure here, stable here. Feel the earth supporting you, holding you. As you're ready, taking a deep inhale, let the belly drop. The heart shifts forward. Lift your chin, lift your chest. On your exhale, round in, bringing your chin to your chest, your head to your heart for cat pose. Inhale, the belly drops, the heart goes forward, lifting the chin and the chest. Exhale, round in, bringing your chin to your chest, your head to your heart. So do this 5 more times at your own pace. Again, taking a moment here to connect with the breath, to notice any sensations you may be feeling in your body. Warming up the spine, warming up the back body. Moving with the breath. As you begin to feel complete with those cycles of breath, begin to make some circles with your hip here. So moving in any direction that feels good to you. Working out any tension, any tightness. And then move your circles to the opposite direction. Coming back to a neutral spine, hands and knees. Setting up here once more, making sure that the wrists are aligned with the shoulders. Spread your fingertips wide. Okay. And as you're ready, push into the earth, lift your knees off of the mat, maybe 3 or 4 inches here. We're hovering. Not holding the breath. On your exhale, release back down. Once more, taking a deep inhale, push the earth away, lift the knees gently off of the mat, just a few inches here, and then on your exhale, release back down. One more time, inhale, pushing the earth away, let the knees hover off of the earth. One more cycle of breath, on your exhale, release down. Extending the right toes behind you, keeping your toes on the earth, and then walking your left fingertips forward. Make our way into our next posture. So you can stay here, keeping the toes and the fingertips on the earth. If you're ready to move forward, you can inhale and lift the right leg off of the mat, flexing the toes. So you're sending energy through that right heel. You can stay here or extend the left fingertips long as if you're being pulled by your fingertips and your heel. So staying connected with the breath here. One more breath. On your exhale, release back down. Extend the left fingertips, the left toes back long, and then the right fingertips forward. So left leg, right finger extended. Right? You can always stay here. All right, if you're choosing to move forward, lift the left toes off of the mat. So flexing the foot, sending energy through the left heel. If you're ready, you can lift the right hand off of the mat. So really engaging the core here, lifting the left leg, sending energy through the fingertips and the heel. And then as you're ready, release back down to the mat. Bring your big toes to touch and your knees to the edges of your mat. Okay. Take in a deep inhale here, lengthen the spine, grow tall. On your exhale, let your hips melt towards your heels. Begin to walk your hands forward and bring your forehead to the earth, to the mat, making our way into child's pose. Okay. So as you're settling in, notice any tension that you may be feeling. Inviting intention to slip away from the hips, from the lower back, from the shoulders. Taking a deep inhale here through your nose. Exhale the breath with a sigh. One more deep breath here. Exhale the breath, let something go. Taking all the time that you need, slowly begin to walk your hands up. Making your way back to a neutral spine, hands and knees. Making sure, again, once more that your wrists are stacked and your knees are hip distance apart. We're going to take in a deep inhale, push the earth away from us, and this time we're going to make our way into downward facing dog. So sending your hips towards the ceiling. When you get here, begin to walk your dog, so pedal out the left knee and the right. stretching into the calf muscles, the quadriceps, the hamstrings. Right? Still that movement. Shift your gaze, look between your palms, and taking tiny, tiny steps, begin to make your way to the top of your mat. When you get there, forward fold. Okay. So inhale, halfway lift, sliding your hands up your shins. Let your back be parallel with the earth. On your exhale, release your hands down to the floor. From here, bend your knees. Bend your knees so much that your belly is connecting with your thighs. Grab opposite elbows and gently begin to rock from side to side here. So again, letting the head and the neck be heavy here. Again, inviting in a sense of release. You can still that motion, release the hands down to the mat. On your inhale, sweep your arms up and overhead. Bring your palms to touch and your hands to heart center. So we'll take a moment here at the top of our mat to set an intention for our practice. So whether you have a prayer to offer up of gratitude, anything that's on your heart or your mind as an intention for this practice, we'll take a moment to set it here. And then I'd like to offer up a collective intention of courage, that we have the courage we need to boldly step into our goals, to boldly walk towards the future together. Inhale, sweep the arms up and overhead. Exhale, hinge at the hips, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, hands slide up the shins, back parallel with the earth, look forward and not down. Exhale, slide your hands down, bring them to the mat, step your left foot back, and then your right, coming into high push-up plank here. You can always bring your knees to the mat for high push-up, for push-up plank. We'll be here for 2 more cycles of breath. As you're ready, lower the knees to the mat. Then bring your thighs, your belly, your ribs, your chin, your chest, your forehead. Squeezing the elbows in and keeping the hands underneath the shoulders. Gently push the earth away for baby cobra. Just a slight back bend here. We're still warming up. Exhale, release down to the mat. On your inhale, tuck the toes. Make your way back into downward facing dog. Okay. So once more, you can walk out your dog here. Inhale, come onto your toes. Exhale, release your heels to the mat. Inhale, come onto the toes. Exhale, release the heels down to the mat. One more time, inhale, come onto the toes. On your exhale, release the heels down towards the mat and then shift your gaze between your palms. Walk, step, or jump to the top of your mat. When you get there, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, release your hands down towards the earth, and then as you're ready, inhale, sweep the arms up and overhead. Bring the palms to touch and the hands to heart center. One more here. Inhale, sweeping the arms up and overhead. This time, bend your knees like you're sitting back in a chair. So the goal here is to send energy your way to the backs of the heels, to keep your torso lifted, to spread the arms wide, shifting your gaze up towards the ceiling here. Don't hold the breath. As you're ready, bring your palms to touch. See if you can sink a little deeper in your chair. Taking a deep inhale, and we're going to twist to the left. So bring the right elbow to the left knee, and then shift your gaze over your left elbow, looking up towards the ceiling. Stay connected with the breath. Inhale deeply. On your exhale, come back to center, keeping those knees bent. On your inhale, we're going to twist to the opposite direction. So bring the left elbow to the outside of the right knee. And then shift your gaze up and over that right elbow. Inhale the breath deeply. On your exhale, come back to center. Once more, lift the chest. Expand the arms, and then on your exhale, forward fold, let it go. Walk out your legs here, so bending the right knee and the left as we're in this forward fold. Take your peace fingers and wrap them around your big toe. So the right peace fingers around the right big toe, the left peace fingers around the left big toe. Inhale, lengthen the spine, look forward. So you're feeling a stretch in the backs of the legs, maybe your upper back. On your exhale, deepen your fold. Use your fingers to pull your forehead closer to your shins, your belly closer to your thighs. Make sure that you are breathing here. One more time. Inhale, look forward, stretch into the back of the legs, lengthen the spine. On your exhale, deepen the fold. Release your fingers down to the earth. And on your inhale, sweep your arms up and overhead. Bring your palms to touch and your hands to heart center. You can release your hands down by your side, and we're actually going to make our way back to hands and knees. Okay, so setting up here, extend the right toes behind you, keeping your right foot on the mat, and then turn your right foot so that the outside of your foot is parallel with the short edge of your mat. Okay, keeping the left hand connected to the earth. Inhale here and lift your right arm towards the ceiling. So you're stretching into the right fingertips and the right foot. Inhale here, and then on your exhale, bring the right arm up and over. If you have room, shift your gaze towards the right fingertips. Don't hold your breath here. Now we're going to play around with a little bit of balance. So as you're ready, taking a deep inhale, see if you can bring your right elbow to your right knee. Exhale, extend out. Inhale, elbow to knee. Exhale, extend out. Once more, elbow to knee here. Exhale, extend out. And then gently make your way back to hands and knees. Now we're going to do the same thing on the opposite side. I'm going to turn so that you can see me, but we're moving to the left here. So extend the left toes long behind you, keeping the toes on the mat, extending the left leg out. Getting secure and stable with the right arm connecting to the earth. Spin the left foot around so it's parallel with the short edge of your mat. And then on your inhale, lift the left fingertips up towards the ceiling. So staying connected with the breath, shifting your gaze up towards your fingertips if you have room. Taking a deep inhale, and then as you're ready, bring that left arm up and over and shift your gaze towards the left fingertips. So stay connected to your breath. And then we're going to play around with a little more balance. So as you're ready, make sure that you're stable in that right hand. Bring the left elbow to meet the left knee. On your exhale, extend out. Inhale, bring the elbow to the knee. Exhale, extend out. And then once more, elbow to knee. Exhale, extend out. And then gently make your way back to hands and knees. Once more, bring your big toes to touch, the knees to the edges of the mat. Taking a deep inhale, lengthen the spine, grow tall, and then gently begin to let the hips melt towards the heels. Walk the hands forward, bringing your forehead towards the earth, towards your mat, coming into child's pose once more. We'll be here for just one more breath. Slowly begin to push your way back to hands and knees. And then we're slowly going to come to a seated position with our legs extended long on the mat. Inhale, sweep the arms up and overhead. On your exhale, begin to let your torso melt over your legs. So you can let your hands wrap around your feet around your ankles. Let your hands land on your shin. Bring your shoulders away from your ears. And then notice anywhere you could soften. So maybe you're clenching your teeth or kind of scrunching up your brows, your eyebrows. Just notice if there's any places where you can soften. Letting gravity ease you into the stretch. Slowly begin to walk your hands up. Extend your arms long on your mat. And I'm just kind of scooting down here because we're making our way onto our spine. So you want to make sure that as you begin to recline that you can make contact with your mat all the way to the head, okay? So extend your arms out long and then slowly and with control, begin to make your way onto your spine. So really engaging the core here. Okay. So once you make your way onto your spine, just notice and feel what's happening with your body, any sensations. Draw your knees into your chest here. Give yourself a big squeeze. Keeping your knees towards the chest. Extend your arms out long, like a T. And then let your knees fall to the right. So staying connected with the breath here. Bring your knees back to center and then let them fall over to the left, keeping the legs, the arms extended wide like a T. Once more, bringing the knees back to center. And then here we'll take happy baby. So bring the left foot to the left hand, the right foot to the right hand, and just gently begin to rock from side to side here. You can still that motion, releasing your legs down to the mat. I invite you here to take any posture that you feel you need to complete our practice here before we move into Shavasana. So if you feel like you need to do anything else, I invite you to take a moment here to do that before you make your way onto your spine for our final resting posture, Shavasana. So once you feel complete with that, allow your back body to connect with the earth. Taking a deep inhale here, feel the earth rise up with you. Exhale the breath. Imagine the earth's embrace deepening. So we'll take a moment here in Shavasana to let the impact of our movement practice settle in. Relax your feet. Relax your shins, your calves, your knees. Relax your thighs and your hips, your buttocks. Relax your hands, your wrists, your forearms. Relax your elbows and your shoulders. Soften the belly, relax the heart space. Relax the throat, maybe swallow here. Relax the muscles of the face, unclench your teeth, relax your tongue from the roof of your mouth. Relax your third eye space, the space between the brows, relax the crown. Feel your entire body relax. Gently begin to bring your awareness back to your body, wiggling your fingers, wiggling your toes. Draw your knees into your chest, give yourself a big squeeze, and then once you feel complete with that, just turn into your right side, coming into fetal position briefly. Taking a moment here in fetal position to remind ourselves that we can always begin again. And then as you're ready, push yourself up into a comfortable seat. Letting your legs cross. You can keep your eyes closed, your gaze soft here, bringing the palms to touch at heart center or resting your hands over your heart. We'll take a moment here to honor ourselves for showing up for practice, for carving out time to honor ourselves and to practice in community, to remind ourselves that this earth connects us, and to remind ourselves that we are part of something way bigger. We'll close our practice with 3 shared breaths the way we began. So as you're ready, taking a deep inhale through the nose, exhale the breath with a sigh. Inhale the breath deeply through the nose. Exhale the breath with an ah. And one more deep inhale here, and this time keep inhaling, sipping a little more breath and pause. Taking a moment here to acknowledge the stillness between the breaths. Exhale the breath, let something go. It's been an honor to share this practice with you all today. The light in me sees and bows to the light in you. Ashe. Thank you all so much for joining me for today's practice. I invite you to carry this peace with you throughout your day, throughout your week. May you be well. May you have peace. May you have clarity. And may you be courageous. Thank you.